Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a premium medium question in the database category that I just solved on my own. So I'm super happy about this and I'm glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any help. So let's go over it and let me show you how I did it. This is number 3118, Friday purchase 3. Okay, so basically they want you for each week in November of 2023, record how many premiums and VIPs for each week. So, because this is November of 2023, and through the examples, you can actually see that week 1 is ending in 3, week 2 is 10, week 3 is 17, and week 4 is 24. And that's going to be important later because the ordering of these purchase dates can get messed up a little bit. But other than that, let's go ahead and first say we want to get the dates of all the weeks. So let's say purchases, purchase date, and we're going to say DT day name. So let's print cur, and we're going to turn this back into a list. Okay, so notice how this gives you all the days of the week, which is great. And then we can just line that up with what we have here. So we can just say for IC and enumerate current now dot append. So we're actually going to go in enumerate purchases purchase date. So then we're just going to go now dot append the purchase date itself and then current of I. And then we're going to sort this by the actual date itself. And we have to also make sure, because we only care about Fridays, so if current of I is equal to Friday, then we're actually going to do this. And let's print this. So cool. So we have all the Fridays and we're in the sorted order. And also we don't want duplicates. So we don't want 24 twice because that is, we know in this case, that's exactly going to be the 4th week. And let's say P curve I is not in now. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Okay, so cool. So now what we can do is we can go ahead and try to parse these results. So which week is which. So basically, let's create a dictionary and let's say for IN in enumerate now. So let's call this, the date is going to be string of n of 0 dot split of 0. And let's call this print date. Cool. So if, let's call this the last is just going to be date dot split -1. Let's print last. Okay, so if int of last is less than 10, then we can just go ahead and say d of the actual n of 0 is equal to week 1. Otherwise, if int of last is equal to 10, right, then d of n of 0 is equal to 2. L if int of last is equal to 17, or yeah, 17 because this is November, so d of n of 0 is equal to 3. Otherwise, so L if int last is equal to 24, then d of n of 0 is equal to 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and print our dictionary just so we make sure that we got the dates right, because that's going to be important. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. So now we have our foundation and we can basically, let's just change this to 3. Okay, so cool. So now we can go ahead and try to see. We want to map the membership to the user ID as well. Let's call this membership. So for you enumerate users membership. So mem of users user ID of I is equal to U. Okay. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, we can basically go through this purchases table again. So for IP and enumerate purchases, purchase date. So if P is inside of our dictionary, because we only care about Fridays, and we know that Fridays are only exactly these dates, right? 3, 10, 17, and 24. So in that case, we can go ahead and say we also want to make sure and purchases, let's call this the UID. So, and mem of UID is not equal to standard because we don't care about standard. Then we can go ahead and let's call this overall. And we're just going to tally things up, right? Overall of the week. Let's call this week of month is going to be D of P, and then also the membership ID. So the membership version is just going to be mem UID. And so we're just going to get these two, and we're going to add purchases total amount of I. Let's print overall. Total amount purchases. Oh, amount spend of I. Okay, cool. So now that looks correct. And also, so we want to go over from 1 to 5, right? Because there are only 4 weeks in this November, so we can just say, so if I and VIP is not in overall, then just include it as a 0 placeholder. Same with premium is not in overall, equals 0. Cool. So now we have everything we need. And let's generate a empty data frame and also an answer list. So for O and overall, let's print O and overall O. So we know exactly what we need, these 3 pieces of information, right? So, okay, so this is just out of order now. Cool. So we can just say 1, 2, 3 is equal to O of 0, O of 1. So this, and then this. And answer.append 1, 2, 3. And we also just want to sort answer because it says right here, ordered by week of month. So X0 and then membership in ascending. So this and this. Okay, cool. So now we can just generate 3 lists. For V and answer, a.append v0. So just populating the columns. We already have all the information we need at this point. And then setting the columns. Week of month to A. Membership to B. Total amount to C. Okay, let's go ahead and run this. Submit it. And there you go. Passes all test cases. So again, I'm super happy that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance and solve it completely on my own. So that's it for this video, and thank you for watching.